Alright, so I am charging LiPo batteries. And that can only mean one thing. I'm getting ready to start flying my drone again. Basically, this guy has been in storage in many different pieces for a while, and I'm starting to put them together. Well, I already put them together now. I've been charging batteries, getting ready to fly him. I got one battery charged, and he actually got powered on and synced. So I get to run outside into a backyard. I now have a backyard. I have moved. I am no longer in the DC area. There aren't 20 different helicopter pads around my house. I have an airport that's like 8 miles away right now, so that's not an issue there. And everything I'm seeing, I think it's the Before You Fly app, says I can actually fly this guy where I'm at. Just be careful of any other regulations, which I may not be aware of. Yeah, so I do have different voltage sizes, or different milliamp sizes. This is the 500 milliamp battery, and this came with the drone. I just wrote on the back there how much it is, and this charger actually lets me dial it up. So this is, say, this battery is at 500 milliamps or 0.5 amps. This actually goes from 0.1 to 1 amp, so that's pretty nice. So I can show you how that's set up. So this is a tiny battery. I don't use that, but so that's a 730. So I'll put this in here, and it'll complain if I have it in wrong. Like, I'll put it in the wrong, there, look at that. So it's saying I don't have it in right. So I'll put it in the other guy there. And the wires actually match up right with you can see the little red and black right there. But it has like 4 different wires that you can use there. And then I just dial it up to set 7300, I think it was. 730 milliamps, so it would be 0.73. So I just go up to 70.73. There we go. And I can get like a little status. I think it's supposed to be 4.2 volts when it's charged. And then I hold it down to start it up. And there we go. They'll start beeping at me when it's done charging, so that's nice. I just work with single-cell LiPo batteries, so this guy is pretty simple. This guy came with a charger that I think it was like a USB charger you put in your computer, but I wasn't too happy with that. And when I started getting bigger batteries, because I want to fly longer, I just needed to charge them all up at the same time, and this guy does that. I even went ahead and got a second unit. They're actually the same model, it's just different branding there. So one's by Hi-Tech, the X4 Micro, and the other one's Sky RC, the Quattro. So these are micro battery chargers. Yeah, so this little camera here actually came with the battery soldered inside of it, and I yanked it out, put a plug on this guy, and then put a plug on this guy, wrapped it back up. I actually have this tape here, and then now I can actually plug this in to this charger, and it actually says like 300 milliamps. So I can go ahead and use one of these. This is 380, but all these are at 420 or 4.2 volts usually. So that says 2C on it. I think the 2C means how quickly the juice can be pulled out of it. I'd have to look that up. And there's just a camera system. I never got around to actually using it because I couldn't figure out how to attach this to the bottom of the drone. Plus, this adds a significant amount of weight, and I'm always trying to focus on the weight or removing the weight. Usually I fly without the guards and without the feet because less weight means more time in the air. This is the camera that came with it. Oh, look at that. We're full. Awesome. Okay, so I can just pull that out. Oh, and this is the 500 milliamp battery. So this is the battery that came with the drone. And I did number them. There was some are numbered the same. I forget what my numbering scheme was. I think it was mainly to identify the type of battery at first, and then I start numbering them in sequential numbers going up. I will have to figure that out sometime. So I now have a second battery once this guy is done with. And I think I'm going to go out and have some fun, play around a little bit, and call it an evening, I guess. But I'll just say one thing. The chargers that come with these guys are usually, they seem unreliable to me, or they're just inconvenient in that usually you'll plug it into a USB on your computer, or it might even have a plug for your wall outlet. But the only way you know it's done is if there's a LED that is lit up or goes off. I think this one I couldn't even tell that it was charging, because when you plug it in, the light wouldn't come on. And I'm not sure if it's because I had a full battery, or maybe it was a different charger I had. I had a 5-port USB charger that it could do 5 of these batteries at the same time. And it was a knockoff. It looked like it was from China. Very bad quality. When I got it, some of the ports didn't work. I actually had to get pliers to pull the plugs out because it was just such a tight fit. And it just did not sit well with me. So then I started looking up microchargers to see what everybody else is using with confidence. And this guy was one of the best because of the whole idea that you can dial up or dial down the milliamps that you're going to charge your battery with. You can have different jacks or plugs to plug into your charger, and the audible signal, and you've got a status of what's going on. Like I could actually plug in this battery here. Is it there? There, or no? That's an error code. So I can plug it in there, and I can get a quick status. It's at 4.1 volts. So and then I could say, hey, I need 730, so I'll put it 0.73, and I can start it up. I just don't want to have too many batteries at charge capacity right now because I'm only going to be flying for a little bit tonight. All right, so see you later.